Behold, I am man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor do I sit in the seat scornful, but I delight is in the law of the Most High, Creator of nature, and in His law do I meditate day and night. For I shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in eye. My leaf shall not wither, nor whatsoever I do it shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like a shaft which the wind driveth away. Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sitteth in the congregation of the righteous. For the Most High, Creator of nature, knoweth the way of the righteous. The way of the ungodly, cramp, paralyzed, burn, up to destruction. Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in ways that are not correct and positive. We do give thanks and praise. We do give thanks and praise. We do give thanks and praise. Out there, free people. Yeah, them now can step forward and chant that national pledge was said, before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow Aboriginal people. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, work diligently and creatively, think generously and honestly, so that this island nation, Mayaka, now called Jamaica, may under God increase in beauty, prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Give thanks and praise. Lightning slew the wicked like island water in your vein, earthquake, lightning and thunder in your brain in this judgment. Yeah man, the wicked have got down, tear down, truly. And we have a lot of people out there where by them own conduct is deceptive. We have to start look in the mirror and choose to correct ourselves and do the right thing. Do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. Yeah man, don't be seduced by money. A man like I use money and corrupt all kind of people. So me say the devil, y'all. Yeah man, you have to know say boy, and every money a good money. You understand? And if you lust for money, is more so than the good where you perpetuate, then shall be corrupted. It's only a matter of time. And when the righteous in the earth, the ones them have to, be aware. There are a lot of righteous people stand up in the earth right now. A lot of righteous people. When they are enough. Yeah man. ones them have to be mindful, be cognizant, how no interact righteous ones them out there. And shall get burned, irrespective of who you purport himself to be. Yeah, man. You shall get burned. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Anyway, just share with the items some would I bring forward this document, my own birth registration form. So this document is the juridic fiction. This is what I'm called a straw man, people. This is the straw man. This is what they call a straw man. This is what they call a legal person. This is what they call the juristic person. This is what they call the juridic person. This is the fiction. You have your physical, lawful man, and then you have your, you'd say, a spiritual straw man, invincible man that is adhesively attached to you contractually without you knowing it. Now, I'm going to break down as much as we can. Number one, at top, these numbers, you see, that's called the state registration number. You see the issue date. You see the authority, Registrar General's Office, Jamaica Registrar General's Office. People, when you use a magnifying glass and look up in the square across from the 00010, that number, you will see certification of vital record. Issue date, 23rd October 2009. Remember, I come home 2010. I made lock up overseas from 2009 to 2010 for probably about 11 months. Yeah, roughly about. So this is what I'm called the birth registration form, application form, where them hypothecate, where them monetize. And it said line 1, birth in the district of Kingston. Number 2, parish, Kingston. Line 3, number, double A, 88 whatever, 11. This is called a district number or a assessor's parcels number. This is why I said this represent land. It's house or safe keep where they keep the land deeds, all of these things. This is why I would say it's a sophisticated instrument. Place of birth, Victoria, Jubilee. Look at this. Lying in hospital. What does that mean? It means it's abundant. Lying in hospital. So this property with maybe the placenta or that afterbirth. You know what I mean? Them say it's lying in the hospital. So this is supposed to be you, but I'll prove it's not. Cannot be. And the date of birth, see it? 16 September 1971. That's my date of birth. So the whole world now knows that 2 days from now I'm earth strong. You know, where we reverence and give thanks for the life event, not my birth date, but life event. Yeah, man. And here is the line 6, sex. It's a male, it's not a man. This is why we know this can't represent me. This represents the artificial. It's a male. This is why when a police officer or any governmental agents from that agency are going to interact with you, them can't call you man or woman, they'll call you male or female. Why is that? Because they're in a fictional capacity, what we call a corporate capacity. You understand? So them whole narrative, language is different, different meaning. All their language have a legal meaning. Even when them talk to you, it seems ordinary. Don't be fooled, because I'm demonstrating it right here in front of you. It doesn't say man. And God make man in his own image. And then man make male and female accordingly. Don't take my word for it. Now here's the most interesting part. Line 7, name of child. Where is my name? Them say see line 6. That means, you know, how can you associate me as this thing when this is a thing? This is what they call the surety, I people. This is what all of the gurus them will never demonstrate to you out there. I've never seen a guru present anything out there like this. This is my personal document. There's nothing private or secret here. This is why I'm tell us that my righteousness is my clean hand and my pure heart. Me not have to hide. Every man see what my image is. Me not hide behind a caricature. Me not hide behind a computer. Me not have nothing to be ashamed or afraid of. So me not need for hide out here. If I did something and it's wrong, and a man present it and say, yo, you're wrong right there, from I become cognizant of that wrong, I will humble myself, apologize for that wrong, and see how I can amend or make it better and move forward. Outside of that, you can't criminalize me. When me I demonstrate, so the only thing you can interface with is the thing that's created right here, not this true and living man. And when you talk about territorial jurisdiction, you have none as an insolvent corporate agency. There is no jurisdiction here. This is what I'm saying, my people. But if I cannot demonstrate it like this, you know, them are going to write you off as a madman. What am I talk about? Just look at your document. If you take out your driver's license or anything you have from the government, you'll notice it's always in all capital letter and they need your signature to endorse it. To say, yes, you agree and consent because this is really the financial instrument that's out there. This is where all your currency or your finances are tied up with. This is who own everything. All your property, this juridic fiction is the owner. This is why, in order for you to get a birth certificate, get a passport, you have to present a birth certificate. In order for you to get a driver's license, you better have a birth certificate. Everything derived from this fictional character. And the downside is it can be deemed demonic when it's misused. Yeah, it can be misused as an instrument of torture, as all of us know. Because when you don't have full knowledge of what go on, then this is why we as a people keep suffering on all levels, especially when you're not criminal and you're not engaged in a criminal activity. You don't even choose to engage in a commerce. Or to engage in a commerce, as I said. Commerce, you know what I mean? Is synonymous with crime. Them are going to tell us that all crimes are commercial in nature. They'll tell you that. What is it? CFR 72.11, something like that. It's there. So when you say line 7, child, name of child, Linton O'Neill Dallas, upper and lowercase, Linton hyphen O'Neill, comma, Dallas, upper and lowercase is not here. And then there's a firstborn of twins. Salute to my twin brother out there. Yeah, man. You what it say? Firstborn of twins. Well, my twin brother probably will, debate that and say him born first. I can't tell. You know what I mean? I was an infant. You understand? So if the documents say I born first, then what me I gonna say? I can't dispute it. And then them say physician or registered midwife in attendance. See it there? Nurse D. Germain. And then it said father. Them totally, intentionally choose not to list my father's name. However, me have a world passport where I correct all of these things. And as we go forward, we share these things already anyway. Nothing about the father, now the mother. Resident, Delamere Avenue, that half of the Waltham. Town or village, Whitfield Town. Parish, St. Andrew. Name, Delia Smith. So when our work people them talk about ancient name and Aboriginal name and your Indian name and your ancestral name, so my mother name you understand? Yeah, Delia Smith. Married now with her married name. And here she is, 19 years old, and her occupation was a teacher, so my mother wasn't a careless girl like most. See her occupation listed on the record, public record? She's a teacher. And our birthplace, Kingston. And I like we are country people. However, St. Catherine are country. Same way. Yeah, man. Now, informants. We don't have no informant. So my mother couldn't be no informant. You get me? My mother honor the informants. Like most other people, documentation so them mother inform. But no, my mother never know nothing about this. I mean, I'm sure them think that she shocked. She surprised and I said, boy, these people are demonic. Yes. Now, you go down to line 22 where you say registrar's certificate. You understand? And it's entered by J. Phillips. See it? Entered by me. The particulars on a certificate received from J. Phillips for Chief Resident Officer. See it? Date 17th September. Remember, my life event is the 16th of September. But them get this 17th signed by the registrar. Now, this is when them registration of birth record. What is this? I can't even see it. I don't want to move it. Registration of birth. Now, here is the name. Name, Linton, in all caps, O'Neill, or with a comma, who have the name with a comma in it. This is the registered organization. That's why I say it's a sophisticated financial instrument. So you see the name? So this is the birth of this name, this all capital name entity. Right? And who do it? Authority, certificate of naming. That's the nomenclature. And when was this born date, this birth date? The 25th of October. So this is 39 days after my life event. Them have a registered birth of their legal entity. The demonic side of things. God, them a regulate this thing. Or I try to regulate it. And here, Patricia P. Wholeness, that's the registrar signature. So when you hear me say this demonstrate proof of stolen identity, where is my up and alright? Original scene, so I always get my thing certified and make sure it's official. I see it. Linton O'Neill, EX. Copyright claim, 4th of March 2021. See it? So this is evidential proof. Yes, sir. Evidential proof. And then through I, the living man, come before this fiction, then I have right, as I would say, the first right to claim ownership. So when them a say them a beneficiary, we remove them presumption there. This is why I say when your mom went to the hospital, them a go give her in order for record the fact that she's there, put it that way. Them give her a form, a application form. And when she fill it out, this form become the birth registration form. So them take this form and send it to the county where them hypothecate it, monetize it, and create them whole thing where them can administrate it. So it can function in for them commercial world, which is a fictional area. This is why a police officer will never call you a man or a woman. They weren't trained that way. It's male or female. They can't have jurisdiction over the man. This is why when I step in court and a judge a behave out of order, I don't have a problem. I come on YouTube and, style them. Yeah. Because the moment you violate my inherent dignity as man, when me know you have an inherent dignity as woman, the moment you violate that, then it's fair game. That means that you're outside of being a woman, you're now a female. You're now a children of Lot. I don't want to use the word what I always use out there. So when I say you guys are children of Lot, yeah, you will know what Lot are deal with and what Lot wife love. That lifestyle. But without knowledge, then you don't know. You're a fool to what you don't know. So this is why we share this kind of information. Yeah, man, we share this kind of information and we don't have a problem. I do that. And when we say we have first right of recall and ownership, as known as a revisionary trust interest in my own good name and asset. You hear that? Revisionary trust interest in my own good name and asset. Now, I'm going to read a document from I share publicly. And I place this document on the public record from 2019. And this is a document with a declaration of deed from the executor functioning in the office. Acknowledgement and acceptance of the certification of vital record, which is this document. For the record, upon my honor, let it be known. Let it now be known and evident to all concerned persons, entity, or men across the earth. Through this announcement and notice of this perfect free will writing, sealed by my own hand, in an office, in an offer to bring peace, harmony, and wholeness to the earth, that I, Linton O'Neill, the living soul, manifest in full life, non-adverse, non-belligerent, non-combative state of being, known as man, estate, here, and dignitary, acknowledges all that is complete, all that is the complete will and testament of the estate, or the infant estate, or the legal entity, or the juridic person, or the surety named or known as Linton O'Neill Dallas, that is in all caps, evidenced by the birth registration form, and we have record district number AA8811, registration number, and that's the next number we'll place out there. And then we have the state file number, and that's that number where you see up on top there. And then we have the treasury identifying number. That will be the social security number. So the registration number are the number where you see down at the bottom. So that red number. So that couldn't be no living man. That's when them create them birth or them juridic person. This is why you know the devil loose not the earth. Cause how much of our ancestors knew about this? How many? Yeah, man. So it's a state file number, and the number is there. Treasury identification number, what these people call tax registration number. Created, birthed, or delivered on October 25th, 1971 by nomenclature state authority 39 days after the life event of Here Linton O'Neill, first born of twin on September 16, 1971, through the genealogy of my natural born dad, Burnett, from the house of Dallas, and the water of my natural born mom, Behalia May, from the house of Smith, or her person, now acknowledges and accepts the certification of vital record along with the treasury identification number as evidential proof of an infant estate and an office of executor. My landmark footprint on the organic document held by the General Registrar's Office validate this claim. And then me have my generic notary. This is when I place this thing on the public record without any kind of justice of the peace or anything. I'm going to show these documents out there. So when you talk about right, first right of recall and ownership, known as revisionary trust interest in my own good name and asset. See it here right there, and it's on the public record. And me have a certified copy will demonstrate that as proof. So this is why me I tell you, say, my thing is a little bit different because me approach it a little bit different even now. And this is why we are stand up for what we know is right. You know what I mean? I'm no criminal here. And you can't tell me I'm supposed to have none. You know? Nothing at all. You can't talk to me. You're not supposed to talk to me. Who is you, agent? Who is you, agency? You're not God. This is what I'm saying. And from me not subscribe or be a part or choose to participate, then you have to stand down. You must stand down. You're not God. This is where we have been saying, people. You understand? So, when the guru them, we are teach we are whole plethora of mess, can show for them thing and say, see it, and this is our thing. Different from wherever on the end of the world I do whatever I do, but it's the same process. Because I can show you a document what me get from Fidelity. You understand? And break down even this more and show you all kind of figures, you know what I mean, collectively in millions. So when you hear me say them give me a notice of recognizance, this is what them want access. This is a birth bond issued from the birth trust, and this was issued on the 23rd of October 29. It's issued from your natural birth trust, and your birth trust is created when your mother present this application form to the agency. And because the agency is the recipient and your mother is the grantor, the agency as the recipient become the trustee. And you, the child, the infant, become the beneficiary. And when you reach 18 according to the canon law, then you attain the age of majority. And when you have this knowledge, then you approach it accordingly. So we're not crazy here. So if you not have this knowledge, see it here, just admit it, stand down. We don't know it. But you can't really criminalize me and say we're wrong. When we are lawful, we are correct, and we are on the correct side of the issue, not the legal side. Right now, apply to lawful people. This is what we have been saying, my people. So I hope this, resonate with the ones them out there. Yeah, man. Give them a little. Me I take up instruments now, but me I start with my shaker. I'm like the shaker, Thanks. Like me shaker, man. And more time we choose to listen some music where not have no words. And if it do have words, our words we are not English. Yeah. I like listen African drums. Yeah, man. Like listen these different beats. And then even with flute, love them thing. Yeah, man. But me like me shaker. And the shaker bring its own order. Yeah, man. Like a beat the bass drum. Yeah, man. Now them brain, you know. Yeah, man. Break them chains, you know. Yeah, man. And it's natural. Yeah, man. I want to show it's universal. Yeah. Now, abracadabra may be mystical, but our clean hands and our pure heart. Yeah. And love what we are trying nurture so it can grow. Yeah. Out there, free people. The brave may fall, but never yield. We say bold and brave. Yeah. Strong. Out there. Give thanks unto the King. Give thanks unto the King.